Ever wondered how that golden, crispy frozen waffle makes its way from the freezer aisle to your breakfast table? It might seem like a simple snack, but the story behind frozen waffles is a fascinating mix of history, agriculture, and cutting-edge technology. Frozen waffles have become a staple in American households, loved for their convenience and versatility. Today, we're peeling back the layers to explore how these breakfast favorites are made, from sourcing the perfect ingredients to the sophisticated processes in state-of-the-art factories. So, grab a cup of coffee and join us as we unravel the journey of the frozen waffle. Before we dive into the production process, let's take a moment to appreciate the rich history of waffles. Originating in medieval Europe, waffles were initially cooked using iron plates over open flames. By the 18th century, they became popular across Europe and America. However, the frozen waffle, as we know it today, came into existence in 1953, when the Eggo Company revolutionized breakfast with their frozen waffle invention. With the advent of frozen food technology, waffles transitioned from a time-consuming homemade dish to an easy, ready-to-toast delight. Frozen waffles owe their deliciousness to a few key ingredients, each meticulously sourced and prepared. Flour, the primary ingredient, typically made from high-protein wheat to ensure a light and fluffy texture. Eggs, provide structure and richness, sourced from large-scale poultry farms. Milk, adds moisture and flavor, transported from dairy farms in refrigerated tanks. Sugar, a touch of sweetness, often sourced from sugar beet or sugarcane farms. Leavening agents, baking powder and baking soda help waffles rise and achieve their airy texture. Flavor enhancements, cinnamon, vanilla, or other natural and artificial flavorings may be added depending on the variety. Flour production, from field to mill. The flour used in waffles begins its journey on expansive wheat farms across the U.S. Midwest. Wheat is planted in the fall or spring, depending on the variety, and is carefully monitored throughout its growing season. Once harvested, the wheat is cleaned, milled, and sifted to create fine, high-gluten flour ideal for waffle batter. Egg farming, quality and quantity. Eggs are sourced from large-scale poultry farms that prioritize freshness and hygiene. Modern egg farming includes automated systems for collecting, cleaning, and packaging eggs before they are sent to factories. Dairy farms and milk production. Milk used in waffles is sourced from local dairy farms and transported in chilled tanks to maintain quality. Many manufacturers work with farmers committed to sustainable practices, ensuring the welfare of animals and the environment. Sugar production sugar, often derived from sugarcane or sugar beets, is cultivated in tropical climates or temperate regions, respectively. Sugarcane requires year-round warm weather, while sugar beets thrive in cooler climates. After harvesting, the raw material is refined into granulated sugar, essential for giving waffles their hint of sweetness. Flavor additives. Natural flavorings like vanilla and cinnamon are often sourced from tropical and subtropical regions. For instance, vanilla beans are hand-pollinated and harvested in Madagascar, while cinnamon comes from the bark of evergreen trees in Southeast Asia. Once all ingredients are harvested and processed, they're transported to the factory. This phase involves careful logistics to maintain quality. Flour and sugar, shipped in bulk containers to ensure large quantities are readily available. Eggs and milk, kept in temperature-controlled environments to prevent spoilage. Flavoring agents, delivered in sealed packages to retain freshness. Sustainability. Focus. Many manufacturers utilize eco-friendly transportation practices, such as optimized routing and fuel-efficient vehicles, to reduce their carbon footprint. The first step in waffle production is mixing the batter. In industrial-scale mixers, precise amounts of flour, eggs, milk, sugar, and leavening agents are combined. High-speed mixers ensure a smooth, lump-free consistency. Temperature and humidity are carefully monitored to maintain the batter's quality. Industrial factories use computer-controlled systems to measure and mix ingredients with pinpoint accuracy. The batter's viscosity is tested frequently to ensure it can flow smoothly into the waffle irons. Once the batter is ready, it's piped onto massive automated waffle irons. These machines can produce hundreds of waffles per minute, cooking them at a consistent temperature to achieve that signature golden brown color and crispy texture. Advanced sensors ensure every waffle is cooked to perfection. Modern waffle irons are equipped with non-stick surfaces and temperature sensors. This technology guarantees that waffles don't stick and that every waffle is evenly browned. Factories also adjust cooking times based on the waffle type. Thicker waffles may take a few seconds longer to cook than thinner varieties. After cooking, the waffles move to the flash freezing zone. Here, rapid freezing locks in freshness and preserves the waffle's flavor and texture. The process prevents ice crystals from forming, ensuring the waffles remain high quality until they're toasted at home. Flash freezing occurs within minutes, at temperatures as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This method preserves the moisture content, ensuring the waffles taste fresh once reheated. Before packaging, every waffle undergoes rigorous quality checks. Automated systems inspect for uniform size, shape, and color. Defective waffles are removed from the production line to ensure only the best products reach consumers. Quality control teams use infrared scanners and AI technology to detect inconsistencies, such as overcooked edges or uneven textures. Manual spot checks are also performed to confirm machine accuracy. Automated packaging lines. Once the waffles pass quality control, they're stacked and packaged in protective plastic wraps. Nitrogen flushing is often used to keep the waffles fresh by removing oxygen from the packaging. This step ensures the waffles stay crispy and prevent oxidation during storage. Boxing and branding. The wrapped waffles are placed in iconic branded boxes. The packaging includes nutritional information, cooking instructions, and eye-catching designs that appeal to consumers. Factories often run packaging lines at high speeds, producing thousands of boxed waffles per hour. To reduce environmental impact, many manufacturers have started using biodegradable or recyclable materials for their packaging. Storage in warehouses. Packaged waffles are stored in temperature-controlled warehouses before distribution. Proper storage ensures the waffles maintain their freshness and quality. Warehouses often utilize smart inventory systems to track stock levels and ensure timely distribution. These systems prevent overstocking and reduce waste. Transportation to retailers' frozen waffles are transported to grocery stores in refrigerated trucks. Efficient logistics and routing systems ensure the product reaches store shelves quickly, ready for customers to take home. Drivers and logistics teams follow strict protocols to maintain the cold chain, preventing thawing or temperature fluctuations. Convenience. Ready in minutes. Frozen waffles fit into busy lifestyles. Variety. Available in classic, whole grain, gluten-free, and flavored options. Versatility. Perfect for breakfast, snacks, or desserts, with endless topping combinations. Frozen waffles can be customized with toppings like fresh fruit, whipped cream, or even savory options like fried chicken. This versatility makes them a hit with families and individuals alike. The world's largest waffle measured over 8 feet in diameter. The Eggo brand name originated from the word egg, referencing their use of eggs in the batter. Americans consume approximately 164 waffles per second. Early frozen waffles were manually packed before automation revolutionized the process. From the wheat fields of the Midwest to the state-of-the-art factories churning out thousands of waffles daily, the journey of a frozen waffle is truly remarkable.
Ever wondered what it takes to make the iconic hamburger? Whether it's sizzling on the backyard grill or part of your favorite fast food meal, hamburgers are one of the most beloved foods in America. But behind every perfect bite, there's an incredible journey that begins long before the patty hits the bun. In this video, we're taking you behind the scenes to show you how your favorite burgers are mass-produced in a factory. From raw beef to a sizzling patty, crispy lettuce, and those fluffy golden buns, you'll see just how amazing food processing machines and technology work together to create America's most popular sandwich. Trust me, it's not just about beef, it's a science of its own. Before we dive in, if you're a fan of seeing how your food is made, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe so you never miss a bite of the action. The origins of the hamburger. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of how hamburgers are made in factories, let's take a step back and look at where it all began. You may be surprised to know that the history of the hamburger stretches back to the late 19th century. Though hamburgers are a quintessential American food, their origins can be traced to German immigrants who brought their culinary traditions to the U.S. The term hamburger comes from the German city of Hamburg, known for its seasoned, minced beef patties. But it wasn't until American ingenuity met the mass production needs of the 20th century that hamburgers became what they are today. Popularized in the early 1900s by fast food pioneers like White Castle and later McDonald's, the hamburger quickly became an American icon. Fast food revolutionized how we think about hamburgers, turning them from a homemade delicacy into a product that could be mass-produced for millions to enjoy daily. Today, factories across the U.S. churn out millions of hamburgers a day, using cutting-edge technology to ensure consistency, flavor, and speed. The ingredients, farm to factory. Now, let's break down the core of any good burger, the ingredients. It all starts with the beef, which usually comes from farms across the country. These farms raise cattle specifically for food processing, and the process of transforming this raw beef into a factory-made hamburger begins here. Once the cattle are processed, the beef is transported to food processing factories, where it's inspected for quality by the USDA. Only the highest quality beef makes it through, as these factories are required to meet strict standards to ensure that the final product is safe and delicious. Inside the factory, the beef is cut into manageable portions, and the trimming process begins. This is where excess fat and bone are removed, leaving only the lean meat that will be ground down into the perfect hamburger patty. To give the burgers their signature flavor, seasoning like salt, pepper, and other spices are mixed into the meat using massive food processing machines that can handle thousands of pounds of beef at a time. Grinding and shaping the patties. After the beef is seasoned, the next step is grinding. Large grinding machines transform the seasoned beef into a fine mixture, perfect for forming hamburger patties. Unlike your home kitchen, where you might use a small meat grinder, factory food processing machines are designed to grind hundreds of pounds of meat every minute. These machines ensure that every batch of ground beef is consistent in texture and flavor. Once the meat is finely ground, it's time to form the patties. The ground beef moves down a conveyor belt and into a patty-forming machine. This incredible piece of machinery automatically divides the ground beef into perfectly sized portions and presses them into uniform, circular patties. Each patty weighs exactly the same, typically around 4 to 6 ounces, ensuring that the cooking process will be consistent across the board. It's a well-oiled system, literally. These machines are designed to function efficiently, producing hundreds of burger patties every minute, and because of their speed and precision, the hamburgers you eat from fast food chains or buy at the grocery store will always be the same, every single time. Now that the patties are formed, it's time for what many consider the best part, the cooking. But how do factories cook thousands of burgers so quickly without sacrificing flavor or juiciness? The answer lies in the sophisticated grilling equipment used in food factories. The patties travel through what's called a grill zone, a large conveyor belt with industrial-sized grills underneath. These grills mimic the backyard grilling experience, but on a much larger scale. The patties are seared on high heat to lock in the juices, giving them that delicious, crispy outer layer that burger lovers crave. To ensure even cooking, the patties pass through different process zones. These are stages where the cooking temperature is controlled, ensuring the meat cooks thoroughly while still retaining its moisture. As the patties sizzle away, a steam system may be employed to help keep the burgers juicy. In some factories, a secondary cooking process takes place where the patties are lightly steamed to ensure that every bite is moist and flavorful. Cooling and packaging the patties. Once the patties are fully cooked, they need to cool down quickly to maintain freshness and prevent bacterial growth. In the cooling zone, conveyor belts carry the patties through a temperature-controlled area where they cool rapidly but evenly. It's a crucial step. Too fast, and the burgers dry out. Too slow, and they could spoil. Next comes the packaging process. Using advanced food processing technology, each patty is placed into airtight packaging to preserve its freshness. This ensures that the burger you eventually eat will taste just as good as the moment it came off the grill. Modern packaging machines are a marvel of efficiency, capable of sealing hundreds of patties per minute. And let's not forget labeling. Each package is labeled with the necessary nutritional information, the date it was packaged, and a lot number for tracking. These steps are essential to maintaining food safety standards, ensuring that consumers can trust the product they're purchasing. The buns. From dough to oven. A burger isn't complete without the bun, right? After all, it's what holds everything together. In hamburger factories, bun making is a whole process in itself. It starts with the dough, which is prepared in massive mixing machines capable of handling hundreds of pounds of ingredients at once. The dough is mixed with yeast, flour, sugar, and water to form the perfect burger bun base. Once the dough is mixed, it's portioned into individual bun shapes by, you guessed it, another food processing machine. These dough portions are placed on large baking sheets and sent down the line into enormous ovens that bake thousands of buns in a single batch. Each bun is baked to golden perfection, ensuring it's fluffy on the inside but sturdy enough to hold that juicy patty without falling apart. After baking, the buns go through a quick cooling process similar to the patties before they're packaged and sent off to meet their beefy counterparts. Assembly, putting it all together. Now comes the fun part, putting the entire hamburger together. This step is all about automation. The patties and buns are brought together on an assembly line, where machines carefully place the patties onto the buns. If the burger is being made for a fast food chain, machines will also add toppings like lettuce, tomato, and cheese. Condiments like ketchup and mustard are applied using precision nozzles, ensuring just the right amount of sauce goes on each burger. The finished burgers are then wrapped or boxed, ready for distribution. This highly efficient assembly process allows factories to produce thousands of hamburgers in a short amount of time, all while maintaining consistency and quality. Final packaging and distribution. With the hamburgers assembled and ready, they're packaged for distribution. Large packaging machines place the burgers in boxes or wrappers, which are then sealed to keep them fresh during transport. Factories often use special packaging designed to keep the burgers warm, especially if they're being delivered directly to fast food restaurants. From there, the burgers are loaded onto refrigerated trucks and distributed across the country. Whether they're heading to fast food chains, grocery stores, or even school cafeterias, these burgers are kept at the perfect temperature to ensure they're fresh and ready to enjoy by the time they reach the consumer. So, there you have it. From farm to factory, we've taken a deep dive into how hamburgers are made, revealing the incredible technology and machines that make it possible to produce millions of hamburgers every day. From the grinding of the beef to the perfect baking of the buns, this process is a well-oiled machine, just like the burgers themselves. If you're loving these behind-the-scenes looks at how your favorite foods are made, don't forget to subscribe for more. Drop us a comment about what food you'd like to see next. Innovations in hamburger production. Now, let's talk a little about some of the innovations happening in the world of hamburger production. As more consumers become interested in health and sustainability, factories are evolving to meet those demands. For instance, AI and automation are now being used to improve quality control and reduce food waste in factories. These advanced systems monitor everything from ingredient quality to the exact temperature of the grills. And let's not forget about the rise of plant-based burgers, which are becoming more popular in the market. Factories are adapting their processes to produce alternatives like veggie burgers, using the same high-tech machinery to ensure they taste just as good as the real thing. Thanks for joining us on this burger-filled journey. If you enjoyed seeing how hamburgers are made, be sure to give this video a like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing Food Factory content. We'll catch you in the next one.